Alright, good evening. I'm Vice Forecaster, USA Forecaster, JD Rapp with you back in the Breaking Weather Center. We just have a tornado warning once again. So, let's get right back to Storm Commander. Tornado warning in process right now. Let's go back to this warning. We just have another report coming in. Storm Chaser report of multiple tornadoes looking from the Garden City. So we do have a tornado just has mobile reports of tornadoes in Garden City right now. So if you're in the Polygon, now's the time to get centered and get covered immediately. Put a bike helmet if you have one. Just any kind of helmet, protect yourself from flying debris. So we have a tornado warning, and we've been having multiple reports of some damage this afternoon coming in, and this evening me and Isaac were just on earlier, and I'm gonna try to get him back on. And this has just been a day where you could get a few tornadoes, and we've been talking for the last couple days of a couple strong winds at times. So I'm gonna send it to my page here. So we will take care of that just a second. So we have a couple tornado warnings had just been issued. So let's go right to Storm Commander, and velocity is showing gate to gate sheared. So if you live in Deer City, again, north of that area, we already had, you need to be seeking shelter. We have one report up to 1 inch hail from emergency monitor, $1.5 size hail. And like I said, we have that one report coming in of storm chasers reported multiple tornadoes from Garden City. So definitely you want to be in your safe spot right now. Pull up the hail and look at this. Goodness gracious. Gosh. That is very large hail with that, folks. And I'll pull up the tools what we do use here. There could be a little bit of debris with this. So we could be getting another tornado that just with the storm by Garden City. We already had a few reports coming in of tornadoes with this line of thunderstorm. So just give me a second. I'm going to do a few things here in a minute. So yeah, we do have that tornado with this whole situation. So if you live anywhere in the Polygon here, I would be seeking some shelter now. Echo tops are very strong with this area. So the National Weather Service just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning that goes in effect about 9:15. And we'll check here just a second here. In fact, it runs through that just 8:15 at 7:42. The severe thunderstorm was located near Deerfield, moving north east at 10. So hazardous. Tennis ball size hail and 70 miles of wind gusts. So folks, we could have hail the size of tennis balls. So definitely, this is enough hail to injure somebody. So if you live in anywhere in these the red polygon or even the pink polygon, you want to be seeking shelter in a building on the lowest floor of your home. You see red next to green, that is gate to gate sheared with that. And that is some pretty decent strong storms we have here. And the hail just is bad tonight. We're starting to get hail up to 2 inches in diameter. So this is some very large hail. And by the way, I just read the Storm Prediction Center discussion here. We do have a tornado watch is going to be in place. So let's get everything loaded up here. And storms are continuing right now. I am going to, take a look at some other things while we're on. Hold on a second. So we'll go back to radar. I'm going to pop on just for a second. I'm going to pull up some information that we have here right quick. And go to my Facebook. Just give me a second. Hold tight. We'll get back that second. I do have a few photos that got put on Facebook tonight. I was going to take a look at that and show you I'm very concerned for tornadic weather this evening. So just give me a second. Trying to find the photo. Make sure my. Alright, because I had to see where I think I saw that. Because I do have some photos of that tornado. We had a couple tornadoes tonight that came in, and I'm just trying to find it here. And I'm looking at some video on the Texas area. I'm missing for Kansas. And just looking at the cloud, looks like they could have rotation with them. But I'm trying to see if I can find the storm chasing page where I did see that. We already had some damage came in today. I'm just making sure if this was in Kansas before we share it from things, because I don't want to be one of them that shows stuff. But yeah, this is just why we tell you. We've been having some confirmed damage coming in today. That's probably for some other stuff I'm not going to show here. You hear the beeping, that's stuff from Storm Community. I'm trying to find some photos of that tornado threat. Just getting some more. This is a tornado that hit Kansas. If I just pull up the video and just don't show the situation here, so let me. I just don't want to show all this, but you could just see the tornado. And you could. I'm not going to turn the sound on with this tornado, but you could just see here. But I'm not going to use that. But see, I'm watching the tornado here. It really shows signs of some pretty decent, strong rotation with it. So, yeah, here's a photo just came in from Kansas, from Deerfield. And I'll just use this. This is part of a tornado. I can share part of it. I just have to be careful what I share with my Facebook here. And you can see, we'll get that screen back just in a second. But here's the tornado that just came in here. And I'll show you what I saw on Facebook, on somebody's Facebook here. Look at that. That's part of the tornado that hit Kansas. You know. And you can see, that's one of the photos just came in online. So that's what we have to watch. If these storms, get the typical rotation with them, and that's what we have to watch. Tornadoes a lot. And what we tell you, when the warning gets into, just don't wait on the tornado. It's going to be more dangerous if you wait on it. I mean, these storms have been pretty powerful tonight, and while we're continuing to let you know what's going on, let me log back into the radar. Tornado warning continues. So this runs in effect of Fannin County, and you can see it's moving into a different area. It's getting ready to move out of the warned area. It's still now is capable of producing up to tennis ball size hail. That still will cause some significant damage. So let me pull up the radar again while we're on here. Get that loaded and let things animate. And you can see how the things are moving. This could produce lots of hail. And if you live in the Kansas area, anywhere in the pink box there, you need to be into a tornado safe spot. Put many walls between you as possible. Put a bike helmet, a mattress between you. We already have one report coming in right now of hail up to 1 inch. And we're starting to get more reports of very large hail up to half inch. And just like hail up a softball sometime. But this storm over here, we have one report of a tornado, multiple tornadoes looking from Garden City. If you're in this polygon, if you in anywhere in the polygon, now is the time to act your tornado plan action. I'm going to pull up and see if anything north of Garden City, and there's no rotation. looking at hail, very light. If you're in this polygon, outline that you need to be taking cover. That means go to the lowest floor of your home, stay away from all the windows. We could have this line of thunderstorms. These little clusters are continuing now to produce tornado warnings, and they can still produce. Looking through my phone here, see if we have any new information to come through from Storm Community. And I do think they could be issuing a new tornado watch. I haven't got it posted to my page yet. I'm just waiting and see if they would issue one, because there could be some new tornadoes aforementioned. I just got a new update from the SPC at 7:48. They still showing a slight risk continuing right now. Tornado threat is still going to continue in that green, brown color. Damaging winds and hail are still going to be the part in the Garden City. Is for the Hatch area where we can see some very large hail. Tomorrow is looking for a low wind threat, but I still can't be surprised if it gets strong enough. We get enough instability. So tornado threats continuing, just making sure we don't have any. Excuse me. That looks like it's moving out of Deerfield, so that's good news. But if you live in Princetonville and Charleston out here in Kansas, now this is just the area. I'll flip back and see what it takes it to. It's going to take it part south of that area, so just be ready in case anything happens, because we've been having multiple spin-ups today with this tornado. So tornado wind continues about 8:45 this evening. No confirmed report of a tornado on the ground, but this storm over here is a severe thunderstorm warning into about south central Hamilton County and north central southwestern Kansas, north central Carroll County and south central Kansas, and north central Stanley County and south central Kansas about into about 8:15 Eastern Minute Standard Time. At 8:11, a severe thunderstorm at standard time was located near Kendall, moving northeast at 15. So you get the thing. These are moving around very slow. So flooding is going to be the biggest concern tonight with this. So just be aware of that. New storm signs of some weak sheared. So we could be getting another possible tornado right over here. So more wind sheared. And once we get wind shear, folks, that is where we get, do this real quick, when you get more wind shear, that's when the winds are blowing different directions. If this is where you get the tornado threat, and that's why the tornado winds will continue to enter, because the winds are blowing different directions, and that's where you get more wind shear tonight. And that's why I'm very concerned at the possibility of these tornadoes spinning up a lot. So go back to radar again. If you're just joining me, if I'm home, work, whatever you're doing, we have a tornado warning for Kansas into around 8:45. 2 circulations. Now that pink spot is trying to tighten right back up again. So anytime we get that purple spot, that's indication of some strong signs of rotation again. Trying to get going. So we could be getting some very large hail, especially up to 2.5 inches. So that's enough to break glass, injure a dog, injure anything but outdoors. So make sure your animals are indoors with you. Protect yourself from flying debris. And flooding's been becoming a big concern because we're starting to get to the pinks that'll be almost 2.5. And some places are just getting very heavy rainfall with this. So that's going to be a problem. So if you're just joining me from home, the north side of the Garden City is fine right now. But if you're to the south of this area, you are under the gun right now for strong storms. There's red next to green. This is this correlation thing. It's indicate a little bit debris ball right there. We're starting to get a little bit of debris ball right there, folks. Anytime we're starting to get a little bit of debris ball, that's when the winds are blowing and the tornadoes is spitting stuff out. So if you're in the warning, now's the time to move to the lowest floor of the home. Put a mattress between you. Get to the lowest floor right now of the building. And protect yourself from flying debris. So, like I said, we've been through this drill 100 times with you. is get to the lowest floor. It's nighttime. It's getting really dark, so you're probably not going to see this tornado coming. But this is a very tight circulation, and I know we've been through this, and we've been warning you all spring. This is going to be a bad tornado season, and it has been all day. All right, the National Weather Service just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for Garden City up here in Kansas. This goes in effect for 9:30 for Central Perry County and North Central Kansas, North Central Gray County, and South Central Kansas to 9:30. At 8:32, a severe thunderstorm is located near Berry Garden City, moving east down 20. Hazardous 60 miles of wind gusts and hails the size of quarters. So, this storm is mainly a hail producer. So we'll zoom into it, and we'll change velocity quickly. I will change here. Just give me a second here. We'll look through here. And I think this would be more of a damaging wind threat. So, that's one thing. But hail threat, maybe at least, I'll give it a little credit. It's, maybe into the at least quarter size. That's the one thing. I'll have to switch to the Dodge City and see what they have to come up with on the scale here. But yeah, 60 miles of wind will be the biggest threat with the storm. And that's the one warning. So if you live in that, it'll probably push into a different area. So strong storms, main threat is going to be some damage and straight line winds with the possibility of spin up tornadoes, is why we're continuing to watch this. So you're just joining us from home, whatever you're doing tonight. We have tornado warnings are in place. Storms could spin up in the night from a different boundary, and we already had that red next to green. That is gate to gate sheared. That's when the winds are blowing different directions, and you got that tight. There's that little debris ball, and anytime you get a debris ball, folks, you could be getting a possible tornado. We don't have no confirmed report of a tornado on the ground right now, but once you get these, the debris balls like that, that's when the tornado is spitting stuff out. Debris aloft. So you definitely need to be shaking shelter. Go to the lowest floor of your home. Make sure you got a mattress between you and your family, and make sure you have a flashlight in case you lose power. Because if a tornado will hit your house, you're going to lose power on this. So this is a situation you want to be the lowest floor. Make sure you have many walls between you as possible. Always tell kids to go to the bathroom closet. Just make sure it's concrete. Because if I was doing severe weather coverage from my house and I was in the situation, I would go to a safe room. Well, that'd be the better place to be with all concrete. So that's one thing I always tell people. So let's go back to radar once again. We're staying with you for just a little bit because we got a tornado warning in place that expire at 8:45, and we'll switch back. Garden City, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning, not a tornado warning at the time, but not looking for any strong sign of rotation. That's why we are been here. It's been telling you this is going to be a few storms that could produce some damage, and that's why we're continuing to watch. Tennis ball size head with the tornado warning. That's almost very large, the size of a tennis, so that could hurt people if it hits. So we want to have to watch that storm really closely. So right now we don't have any reports of a tornado on the ground. So we got parts of north central Huron counties up here in eastern Simplin County, and north central Franklin counties. This is up here in, looks like into New Hampshire, looks like from the Weather Service and Hings up here, and you can see this storm is still could produce 60 miles of wind also, but we only got that one report of that tornado, so we want to do is send you back. Like I said, if we do start seeing any new developments, we will pop on to let you know. For right now, we will send you back because the tornado warning will expire at 8:45. We could be seeing a new tornado watch be issued, but for right now, we're not getting any new developments right now. We will continue to keep you updated and break in if the weather gets more threatening. If we start seeing any new information that it's a life situation again or something, if a new tornado will decide to pop up and do damage, we'll pop on. Just be aware that we have a tornado watch that goes through 9 p.m. and we'll be here as long as we have a threat. I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp with you. We got you covered.